Hey, Pisces, intuitive soul coach here with your April 2023 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Pisces and take a look at all things related to career, finances, wealth, abundance, and income. Just a friendly reminder, these are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both those links in the description box below. All right. So right away here, Pisces, I'm getting money moves. So there could be a couple things happening for you in the month of April. Some of you may be making big money moves, big investments. You may be moving your money, or this could be a physical move as well, where your job takes you to a new place, a new location. Some of you may be moving your career path in a new direction. So I'm just getting here money moves. And it's interesting because you actually have the anchor showing up here in the recent past. And this can be about travel. It can be about picking up anchor and moving to a new location. Now, for some of you that are in a situation where you feel financially sound, then you're definitely going to grow and advance and maybe even invest in something that pays off down the road. It may not pay off immediately, but I feel like it's going to pay off sooner rather than later. Now you have stability showing up here for you. Some of you may even be moving to a place that's water related. You may be traveling, or you have in the recent past, but I feel like a lot of you are picking up anchor. If you felt stuck in your ideas, or if you felt creative blocks, or you just didn't have the motivation to move forward and make a decision, I feel like that's changing here in the month of April. Now in the month of April, thank you, Spirit, they're giving me the name here. I mean, it certainly can be a location. It could be a name. Orlando, which, if you live in the States, Florida, Orlando is in Florida, but it can also be a name, and it can be even a location elsewhere outside of Florida. So maybe you live in that region. You may be traveling to that region or just came back from there. But I'm getting here that name of Orlando. All right, in the present energy of April, you have the tree. I love to see this tree because it reminds me of the money tree, the 10 of Pentacles. It is about abundance, things coming to fruition, right? Financial growth. This is what we all want to see on one level or another, because we need that financial growth in order to survive here on earth. But there's emotional growth and investment in this as well. Now, some of you may be working outdoors more. You may have your best ideas come while you're out in nature. Some of you may be planting or growing, either physically or spiritually. You're planting new seeds that are going to grow and take shape. This is about stability. You have stability showing up twice. So a lot of you Pisceans are working on your stability. And it's interesting because while I was meditating as well, they kept giving me the word home. And I was thinking, well, Spirit, we're doing a financial career reading. But some of you may be, and the stability is coming up. That's why I'm bringing it out. Some of you may be moving, like I mentioned, or this could be something around the home. Maybe you are creating an online or a home business. You may work from home. You may be renovating homes. You may be a home builder, and that may be a part of your career as well. And you may even have a family business. So the fact that home is showing up here in many different facets, I feel like I must mention it. But you also have the frame coming in into the near future. This is about steady income, organization, accomplishments. So you may want to organize your finances, organize some sort of environment, because you may be, again, working from home. So you may be creating a space. You may be organizing your office, even if you do have one at home or elsewhere. This is about, oh my gosh, you have literally the home-oriented card here. I didn't even recognize that. This is about self-employment and art and design. So a lot of you may be designers. You may be interior designers, organizers. Some of you may have a business that is cleaning, detailing vehicles, or going into people's homes and maybe helping them organize their workspace, their life, or their items as well. You may even help people declutter. So that is not going to resonate with everyone. Please take it as it does. Or some of you, I just heard, are hiring maybe someone that can help with the home, whether it's a cleaning lady, or maybe this is for work as well. You are the one in charge of hiring a new person that comes in and helps organize, helps be the assistant. I'm just getting here this energy of helping you accomplish more by bringing in additional help. Okay, so some of you may be bringing in additional help, or you are the help. Let's take a look at the heart of the matter. You have a lot of cards showing up here for you, but we're going to use all of them. So how would you like this, Spirit? Right away, we're going to use the Magician. It's the first one that I happen to glance at. And the Magician is all about you being the creator of your life. This is your first and foremost card, which is your main energy for the month of April. You being that magician. The magician has all the resources and tools. They can reach into their tool belt, grab a wand, grab a cup, grab a sword, or grab a pentacle, whichever one that they need to focus on. They have that ability to do so. This is about you using your personal power, your gifts, your skills, your strengths as well. So when this magician shows up, I feel like you are putting your manifesting skills to action. This is about you taking it to the next level. And you have the tree here, which talks about financial growth. And I feel that you have manifested maybe a brand new opportunity because the timing is right and you are ready to strike here. Because again, I'm getting money moves. So you're doing something with your money. You're doing something with your time. You may be purchasing a home or purchasing maybe a new business. I just feel like you are showing... They just gave me that, is it Jerry Maguire? Show me the money. So I feel like you are ready to either show someone the money or someone is ready to show you the money to make things happen. Now, of course, there can be highs and lows to that, but I'm getting more of the reciprocity. It's as if you pay someone to do a job and they do a job, and there's an equal exchange coming in here. So I do feel good about this energy coming into your world. I'm also getting here a rabbit. So we may see some rabbits showing up in your cards, but rabbits represent fertility and growth and luck and fortune. So I do feel like you may be catching either a lucky break, or you may, I mean, some of you certainly could have a lucky's rabbit foot, or maybe that's, you see a rabbit on maybe a shirt or on social media, and that reminds you that you are very fortuitous, very fortunate. It is a spiritual reminder that you have everything you need to manifest the world that you want to live in. Let's take a look here and clarify. 5 of Wands is about making choices, right? We live in this world where we play this game, basically, this game of chess, and we have to sometimes take a look at our opponents or take a look at what is going on around us. But we don't have to get into that energy of fight or, challenge, obstacles, lack of leadership, debate, competition. Everyone has a different opinion, and it's okay. The world would be boring if we didn't, if everybody just went with the same. But I do feel it's about collaborating and letting and allowing other people to have their say. And that's what's showing up here for you, is where you can manifest an idea. But I feel that it's important for you to either keep it to yourself or just share it with maybe your business partner or the people that you can truly trust, because I'm getting here that someone may take credit for your work. Someone may at times step on toes or overstep their boundaries as well, but there can be collaboration when needed. But I feel like this is a game of life. Get out there and play. And this could also be that energy of money, show me the money, or money moves, money talks. So I feel like you're making your move on a specific, well, it could be a person, or it could be making a move with your money, and you've been thinking about this thoroughly for quite some time, Pisces. Should I purchase that space? Should I buy that home? Or should I leave this job? So there's some sort of move that you've been contemplating, but you've been waiting for the right time to seize the moment, and the time is now. So I like this. You're making your move because you have the tools necessary, and you've been watching. You've been watching what maybe competitors do, not to steal their ideas, but to see how you can work together, how you can collaborate instead of constantly being one up each other. There's room for all of us. There's room for growth. Sometimes I hear on YouTube that there's so many people coming into the spiritual community, right? There's so many, but there's so many of everyone, right? It's about you using your unique gifts and skills and talents, and you're going to offer something different than the next person. And it's okay, because the more that we raise that vibration, the more you'll be able to see through the false prophets and the ones that are here to bring about enlightening messages. And if you are one of them and you want to mingle in with that community, you have a fair shot and spot just like anyone else. And I feel it's important for you to know that we can work together instead of feeling this energy here of disconnect or competitiveness, that we have so much going on and we let fear creep in. And when we start to feel that there's so much out there, there's so many competitors, we let fear take over. And then we tell ourselves that maybe we don't have the right skills and the right gifts that other people have, or we say it's too saturated, right? I say go for it, because your unique light is going to shine and people are going to gravitate towards that as well. And so if there are people that use their gifts, they misuse their power, then you'll feel through that energy and there will be karma, right? And for those of us that are really aligning with our magical gifts, put it out there, because again, I'm getting here a fair shot and it's your time to make that move. Absolutely. So what do we have as the challenge showing up for you in the month of April? Queen of Swords. Clarity. Truth and logic, cutting through, because that's what knives are, that's what swords are, cutting through those barriers that we just talked about. So when this Queen of Swords shows up as your challenge, sometimes she can lack emotion. Now, she may be someone who, she could be a journalist, right? She could be a police officer. She could be an advisor, a mentor, a teacher. You can't lie to this Queen of Swords, because she'll know. And we just talked about that as well. So I do feel here for you, the challenge is for you to not let the emotions get in the way. And we just talked about some of those lower frequencies of fear, letting the emotions of, well, I don't have what it takes. This other person is better than me, or I don't have what it takes to succeed in this direction because of whatever reason, A, B, C, and D. Don't let other people dictate your next move. The challenge is for you to cut through the BS, cut through the misconceptions, cut through the fear, beautiful Pisces, and take flight regardless. And that's what the Queen of Swords brings in, truth. She brings in clarity. She brings in logic as well. And she's going to be logical and rational, of course. That is a very, very prominent key of hers, but she brings wisdom as well. And she's going to stay very humble, and she's going to stay within her own integrity. And that's a key piece of it. Stay and stand within your own integrity. Let's clarify here the Queen of Swords showing up for Pisces. Some of you may be dealing with a Libra. Okay, some of you may be dealing with an air sign, or you may be on that Aquarius cusp as well. You may want to check that reading out. The Two of Wands showing up here to clarify is about indecision and not having a clear path forward, but you will be able to get out of whatever this block is, whatever you felt stuck or anchored or tethered to. You'll be able to see above, fly above the situation, and she's holding the world at her fingertips. There's plenty of abundance. The abundant universe will provide. There's enough to go around. And when we get stuck in that scarcity or poverty conscious mindset, when we get stuck thinking that things are a certain way, or that things are so saturated that there's not enough room for us in it, we dim our light, we dim our power. And it's important for you, Pisces, to know that yes, there's a time to plan, and there's a time to set up your goals and manifest and dream. But then after the Two of Wands comes that Three of Wands. It's about opportunities, opening yourself up, taking from step A to step B, C, and D, and finally making those moves, which you have showing up here, money moves. Let's take a look at the foundation, what's below you. The Three of Pentacles, teamwork makes the dream work. Yes, we talked about that with the Magician, right? This is all about you being able to utilize the competitors or, the different views of the world. And sometimes we want people to think the way that we think, right? We want them to understand. We want them to hit that level of awareness that we have. And sometimes you can collaborate and you can attract and you can connect with other like-minded individuals, and that's beautiful. That's perfect. But sometimes when you are working in an environment or in a situation, sometimes it seems as if it's darn near impossible to have that person, see things the way that you see them. And that's okay. Yes, it can be challenging, but it's part of your evolution and it's part of theirs as well. Three of Pentacles here is all about working together to create a more abundant energy around you. If someone isn't pulling the weight, I feel like it's important for you to speak up, because I'm getting throat chakra as well. Okay, if someone is not putting in their best team effort, whether it's you, whether it's other people, I feel like there is a disconnect when it comes to society or when it comes to communication. Thank you, Spirit. They're giving me communication, and there may be a very, very big miscommunication or even a misconception showing up here where this Three of Pentacles, it's important to, yes, play different roles in your soul journey, but it's mostly equally important for teamwork. And there is no I in team. So if some people around you have a really difficult time, then you may be present in their world, in their life, to help them grow and evolve as well. So don't shy back. Don't not say anything because you're afraid of fear or rejection or fear of coming across as blunt. Sometimes people need to be told here the truth of a situation. Now, the Three of Pentacles, really beautiful card. You can see that there's a wolf there in the background. Wolves represent community. They're working with this stag, and they're all coming together to maybe find food, be able to survive. And they're not, teaming up, ganging up on that one stag. And I feel like this is about you and the people around you finding solutions to come together for a greater cause. That's what's in your foundation. That's what's in your energy, is coming together, finding your soul tribe. Basically, this is soul tribe, helping each other out. You may be just doing something within your business sector where you help other businesses, you help other people. Wow, you're getting a lot of energy here, a lot of cards coming at once. So let's take a look and see what's going on. You have the Emperor, first and foremost. This has been showing up for a lot of signs. You're the last sign here that I'm doing, Pisces, and I feel like every single sign has received the Emperor. So there could be, which I feel intuitively, there's going to be a lot going on in the collective regarding, banking, currency, things of that nature, jobs, finances, money, all of that shifts. And a lot of us are going to be looking at different ways to generate stability from the inside out, right? This is Emperor energy of taking that lead. Now you have that leadership ability within you to manifest, to create, to step up. Utilize your power. The Hermit is saying you don't have to do this alone. You can open yourself up with this new beginning, this new energy. Chase those dreams. Keep your heart open to teamwork, collaborating, soul tribe. Don't let the pain, the hurt, the disconnect keep you from your soul purpose, right? The fears, because you can achieve this 10 of Pentacles. You can achieve this tree. This is my money tree. This is the 10 of Pentacles. You can see here that he's sitting on that tree, and it's been around for a while. So I feel like you have what it takes. And there is that Two of Swords showing up where it's about indecision, making a decision. Do I cut through this? Do I stay? Is there clarity? Is there miscommunication? So it's all about duality here. Let's take a look at the past and how it may be affecting the future. Four of Swords, some sort of recovery, financial recovery. It could be feeling burnt out and just needing a little bit of downtime. Some of you may have taken a vacation here in the past just to get your footing back in shape here, right? Back on the ground. When the Four of Swords shows up, it's about self-renewal and rejuvenation, taking a breath, taking a break, catching your breath, and regrouping, because a lot of you have been really overworking, overthinking, ignoring the signs of rest. And I feel like you've been hunkered up, maybe even that hermit energy, hunkered up, doing something on your own, when deep down, yes, you may work wonderfully on your own, but I feel like there's other partnerships, whether in the spiritual realm, whether in the physical realm, that can really help you accomplish big goals for yourself. Let's take a look and clarify the Four of Swords, please, for Pisces. Okay, you do want that one. Thank you. Sometimes I try to hold them back with my fingers. The Strength. The Strength card, right? Sometimes we need to just let go. As you just seen there, where I was trying to control, trying to hold. And Spirit's beautiful reminder there of saying we need to go with the flow versus control. And I actually just put a video out on that as I was connecting with Spirit. It was a collective message that was really important for people to hear and listen to, and I will link it in the description box below. It is for all signs, a collective reading, and timeless. Also, if you've been going through a tower moment, if you've been working on your spiritual gifts, I did link those videos in the description box below. You can check any that you feel called to check out. The Strength card in the past says you've been triggered. You've gone through a lot. This is your shadows, your dark side, your weaknesses, but also it's about you becoming vulnerable, stepping into that shadow so you can heal, so you can be vulnerable, so you can accept, in order for you to become stronger. And that's what you're doing here. You can see that she has her hand there in the lion's mouth because she's earned the trust of the lion. She's been able to tame the lion to her energy, because ultimately that is a piece of her, right? She's been able to take a look at that, have that inner kindness, compassion, gentleness, work through the weaknesses, and not self-sabotage, right? Because that can be self-sabotaging at times. Especially when we don't trust ourselves. When we don't trust ourselves, we have fear. We have fear that that lion is going to bite us. And when that lion is a piece of us, right, we have that need to control a situation before it happens. And you may have been really obsessing about a situation. Now let's take a look at what you are manifesting. What's in your headspace? The Empress. Beautiful. The Empress is the energy of abundance, right? She's growth. She is fertility. She's very creative. She's foxy. Take a look at her. She's just standing in her glory. She is protecting her young. She has growth and abundance all around her with the beautiful butterflies and the lilies, the plant life, the trees. I mean, it is a prosperous spring day where she's at. And everything that she looks at, touches, and focuses on grows, right? When this Empress shows up, you are focusing on growing your abundance through your own creative, magical qualities with this Magician. So the Empress is a beautiful energy to have in your headspace, Pisces, because you will manifest that luck and that abundance. And you're doing it from a place of personal power, not of misuse, not of ego, not of greed. Two of Swords, you have a choice. This is about getting clear on what and how you want to manifest, right? And we see clarity being a big theme here in your reading. So when the Two of Swords shows up, this is all about you taking that leap. Do you want to leap into the unknown, even if you don't know how it's going to turn out, but you can trust your intuition, because the Empress is highly, highly intuitive, right? Trust your intuition to lead the path forward instead of maybe staying on or in an energy that may be less than, right? This is the month for you to make those money moves. Beautiful. Now, in your near future, Pisces, you have the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords is about you being able to take a look at any disappointments that have happened before you, because you have this Four of Swords. So I feel, and this is actually coming in for a lot of signs, where you are overcoming and you're facing through the strength, because you've learned, you've grown, you're facing some of these challenges head on. You're taking a look at disappointments and you're saying that may not have worked for me in the past, but it's redirected me in this new direction. Maybe that job loss was the best thing that ever happened to you, right? Maybe that shakeup of that foundation led to you to have this new creative idea to build upon your own wealth, right? The Three of Swords showing up is about you healing a financial problem or setback that you've had in the past here. So no longer running from or avoiding a problem that needs to be taken care of. And I feel like you're gonna grow and nurture a situation that needed a little bit extra love, a little bit extra nurturing. Perhaps you neglected a financial situation or a conversation that you needed to have with a coworker, or maybe it was you needed recovery. Now you're finally allowing yourself to fully recover from a situation here. Let's clarify. I'm also getting as well, and this actually is showing up for a lot of signs. We're getting that Emperor, we're getting the Three of Swords. This can be collective energy of fear, of disappointment, being unsure, because I'm getting the Moon card showing up for you as well. So I do feel with this Three of Swords, yes, things didn't turn out the way that maybe you had thought they would, and things may feel a little bit uncertain, but ultimately it's leading to a better way, a better path. And you're going to be making some moves this month. I absolutely feel that. Let's clarify. Spirit, what do we need to know about this Three of Swords? You may also be disappointing other people, not intentionally, of course, but I feel like you may make a decision that may directly impact the company that you are with, because you are breaking free. There it is. You have the Two of Swords again. So making a decision, because even though you may not have enough facts or data to move forward with your decision, you're going to anyway, because you have that Queen of Swords as the challenge. You're going to make a logical move to free yourself. When this Seven of Swords shows up, this Seven of Swords breaks free from any restrictions, right? If you felt like you were defensive or defenseless, maybe you felt like you were feeling the pressure coming in at all angles. You felt on guard. Maybe you even felt like other people were criticizing or condemning your work, right? This Seven of Wands is about standing up for your beliefs, being brave, going the distance here, and living life on your own terms. And I feel because you're taking a look at healing some part of your financial, some sort of your career, your abundance, you're taking that responsibility on, and that is a part of healing, right? You're seeing the role that you play in a situation. Maybe it's a limiting belief. Perhaps it is something that you've held on to, maybe even fear, a grudge, whatever this is, or this could be someone else that you are breaking free from disappointment because someone has disappointed you in your career life, that it was difficult, it was painful, but you're breaking free from that fear, from that pain, from that hurt, and you're moving on. And you can actually see love showing up there, big and bold, but there's also war, there's the flowers, there's fighting. So I feel like you are getting yourself out of a cage. You're getting yourself out of a situation that you feel stuck or restricted to. So this Three of Swords showing up is actually a good thing, because it is saying you can no longer ignore that you are in this cage. You are aware that that's where you were, right? You were in this environment that was less than. And instead of trying to think your way out of it, you're actually making moves, which we keep hearing over and over, money moves. So whether you are heading towards more money, or you are making a decision to invest in your time, your energy, your effort, your money into a new direction, you're definitely making a decision that's going to free you up. So very powerful. What are you telling yourself? Two of Wands. So you're getting a lot of twos. There's a lot of decisions to make here. Now, this is an interesting card, because this Two of Wands, this is about this lion and lioness. Now, this lioness, she goes out hunting for the food, right? And she brings it back to the pride, and the lion gets to eat first. Basically, he gets to take a big old chunk out of it. But she's the one that's done all the work. So she starts to build a little bit of resentment, right? I'm doing all this work. I don't even get the first bite. I'm doing all this work. And for what? For him to be able to eat first? Now, of course, please follow with me here. Symbolically, this is about you doing your thing, but another person taking credit at times. When this Two of Wands shows up, it says that there is a new plan that you are deciding to take. Now, is it a bad thing, of course, to to do something, take one for the team? No, once in a while, but when it starts to get repetitive, when you are doing all the work and someone else isn't pulling their own slack or pulling their own weight, but they're taking the credit for it, then it starts to get redundant, and then it starts to become difficult, and it starts to bring in this Three of Swords, this disappointment, right? So you're telling yourself you want to go in a new direction. Maybe next time you catch that prey and you bring it back, you're going to do something else. Maybe you decide to eat first, or maybe you decide to invite all the lionesses to eat, whatever it is here, but you're taking a different path because some direction you were on in the past wasn't working for you because someone else wasn't pulling their weight. So when the Two of Wands shows up, you are replanning your future. This is about you making a decision in your business or a new career proposal where you can take a look at a new vision, a new passion project, a new goal, and you can decide clearly on how to move forward and do it. And you're not necessarily worried about the consequences here. I'm not saying you're not thinking about them. And even though, yes, that could upset the lion, and that may be that disappointment here, but it's going to be better than building and building and building and creating and holding and causing that dis-ease within her body. Okay, so very powerful energy coming in here. Pisces, let's take a look here and clarify the Two of Wands. Two of Wands energy, please, for Pisces. Two of Wands. I feel like you're making a new move. Yep. And they keep giving that over and over. So you're definitely making a new move. So I'm excited to see what that move is going to be for you. And it will be for the better. Four of Swords. You may actually allow yourself some downtime before you make this move. You're manifesting. So you're in that magician energy. And it's almost like that fairy godmother has her wand up in the air and ippity yoppity boo, and finally, boom, something happens. But during that ippity boppity, I think I'm totally butchering that. That's probably not what's said. But during that magical time, there's a little bit of a pause. There's a little bit of magic in the air. And that's what this Four of Swords is representing. Just taking that little downtime before that action, before you move forward. So you're not doing so impulsively, but you're not doing so with just staying where you're at. You will make a decision, but it's important for you to plan and get ready and to reconfigure and then move forward. All right, let's see what's going on in your environment. What's going on around you, Pisces? Holy cow, you're getting the same cards that I feel like everyone has been getting here. You have the Wheel of Fortune. So like I said, that Three of Swords, this may not even be you. You may be overcoming this Three of Swords, this disappointment or heartache. A lot of you are leaving behind a situation and someone may be sad to see you go because you may be a hard worker and they may say, well, I should have told her that she was a good worker. I should have told him that, yes, we would give him that raise that he asked for, because your luck is turning here. It's spinning in a new direction. This is a turning point when it comes to your career. When the Wheel of Fortune shows up, and I feel like almost every sign has received this, so even though there may be chaos or there may be uncertainty, it is actually shaking things up for the better. And when this Wheel of Fortune shows up, you can see that there are owls right there at the end that bring clarity. Then there are spiders that weave a web. So whatever you are weaving at this time, you're going to catch something brilliant in the middle of it. Whatever your definition of success and achievement and goals and milestones are for you, but it's going to help you and allow you to be able to see things from a new perspective, especially after some downtime, and shed your old skin, because the snake is in the very middle. And this is about healing, but it's also about big shifts, big transformations, and heading towards that enlightenment as well. So really, really powerful energy when it shows up around you. This is the wheel spinning in a new direction. Let's take a look and clarify that Wheel of Fortune, please, for Pisces. Some of you may catch a lucky break where you find a good deal that you've been wanting for quite some time. For others of you, there is a big accomplishment coming in here, and it's going to bring about steady income with this frame. You may even be, maybe you're going back to school, or perhaps you are learning how to open up a business or a side hobby that you've had for yourself. Oh gosh, you have the same cards showing up here. So, I mean, yes, one could say that I didn't shuffle good enough, but Spirit wants you to know that you're making a decision to break free, and it's going to change your world. It's going to change your vibration and change your energy in a very, very big way. So I like that that Wheel of Fortune is showing up here for you. All right. So in the position here of your hopes and fears, you have the Seven of Swords. You have this energy here of stealing, betrayal, trying to get away with something. I mean, you have this Panther, which can be, you know, apex predator. This can be someone who preys upon you, right? This can be the fear here of this predator coming in to steal from you, or to steal your abundance, to steal your job, to steal your money, right? This is an energy here of how can I be truthful and honest about my path? How can I stay genuine and bring that Wheel of Fortune in and not worry about someone coming in to steal all that I've worked for here? So it's a very legitimate hope and fear, but it's not something that you have to succumb to. You don't have to be victim and let that fear hold you in place, because you are the magician. You are the creator. What do we have here for you? We have the Queen of Swords showing up again. You have clarity. You don't have to succumb to this negativity or to this. Okay, thank you, Spirit. They're giving me self-preservation as well. Some of you needed to do what you've needed to do to survive. And I feel like other people around you may have stolen your idea. They may have taken credit. And we talked about this a little bit earlier, where they may have taken credit for your job or your work. I don't love this energy, but I feel like you're getting clear on what you need to do. And it may be to cut that person, that energy, that environment out the best that you can, and focus on the things that bring you growth. All right, Pisces, let's take a look at the final outcome. Final outcome, career, abundance, finances. What do we have here for Pisces? Final outcome. Oh, you have 3 of them. I didn't even see that one slip out. You have 9 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, and 4 of Wands. So double 4 energy plus the 9 of Wands. Okay, so this shows up to say you are determined. You are determined, even though at times you may want to give up, but you need to set healthy boundaries for yourself, because what's happening here is when you do not set healthy boundaries, you can become prickly. And we talked about that a little bit with this lion and lioness, right? You start to get a little bit overwhelmed that someone isn't pulling their weight, and you have to strategize, come up with a new way, a new plan. But setting healthy boundaries is going to be key to your success. Otherwise, that fox is going to come in and take what is this porcupine, right? And that can be a challenge. It can be a threat, it feels like. But the 9 of Wands is you having that strength, that determination, that persistence to not give up. Okay. And I feel like you're not going to give up because you see that there's a better way of doing something. And 4 of Pentacles, again, another boundary. And there's the rabbit. We talked about that rabbit in the very beginning. It's in the back, and that rabbit brings luck. It brings fortune. And even though, oh my gosh, there's the fox showing up twice. And you don't see the fox in any, I mean, besides this Empress energy here. But you don't see the fox showing up in any other card. And this is showing up to remind you that it's important to set that boundary and to get rid of any energies that tend to creep in. It could be even your own mental habits. It can be your own limiting beliefs that tend to creep into your energy field and tell you, you know, you're not good enough, or that's going to fail, or fears, right? And I feel like it's good for you to set that boundary for yourself. Open yourself up to a new way of thinking, because that ultimately is going to lead to success. 4 of Wands is the card of stability, and we talked about that in the beginning of your reading. It's that home energy I was feeling. 4 of Wands is about milestones, celebration. It is about communal achievement. And we talked about that as well, working together, teamwork here, when we don't have to feel like someone is constantly out to get us, right? Whether it's a fear, whether it's projected, or whether it's happening in the physical world, there is a coming together. But of course, yes, there's healthy boundaries showing up here, but keep yourself open to the energy of flow instead of control. So very, very powerful Powerful messages coming in for you, Pisces, this month. Things are changing. That wheel is spinning and your mind is in the right place with that Empress energy. So regardless of what goes on around you, you have what it takes to come out on top. You're breaking free from restrictions. That Seven of Wands says you're breaking free from the norm. You're not just a sheep going with the crowd, right? You are forging your own path forward, and you're able to have a clarity, a clear direction on how to move forward, even if it's you trusting your intuition. All right, Pisces, let's get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. You have orphans, and there was also another sign. It may have been Aquarius or even Capricorn that received this same one. And the biggest message that came through was don't abandon yourself. Yes, you may have felt abandoned in the past. You may have felt rejected with this Three of Swords showing up here. But I do get that there's this brand new energy showing up. And it's important to embrace it instead of feeling that loss, because there is a sense of loss here. This is about an identity crisis. It can be recognizing that maybe you don't fit in where you once did. This can be about uncertainty in your place in the world. And the prosperous message is this: we were all meant to have connections with other people within our families, society, and the larger culture. No man is an island, and it's important to recognize when being a part of rather than separate from is essential to your well-being. The issue at hand is the need to find where you fit. Be true to your core truths and values. Perhaps you no longer identify with a group or community or a job the way you did before, and you need to find a new situation. You might be feeling a deep sense of loss or confusion. Address the need for belonging and know that you will find your place with others of like-minded and spirited. It's okay to let go of pressure to fit in. Not everyone will understand you. That's okay. And it's time to move on. The shadow side of this card speaks to the essence of abandonment. Perhaps you feel you need to remain apart because it's too threatening to come together. It also warns against creating inappropriate structures in order to conceal old wounds. It's time to address the unhealthy alliances that you may have formed and make a decision to heal the past. Hello, Three of Swords. This is a beautiful clarifier here. You will not be abandoned by the world if you claim yourself as whole. Not all situations, careers, or paths are dysfunctional, and not all of them will disappoint you. Don't abandon yourself. You can connect to others in a healthy way once you recognize your patterns and consciously choose to interrupt them. Life wants to love you, so let it, beautiful soul. Let it. We don't have to abandon ourselves or feel disconnected, and that's been a common theme here in your reading. Is, that teamwork making that dream work. There's some healing through disappointment, setbacks, but you have what it takes to manifest. Remember, beautifuls, you are the magician. All right, let's get a few messages from your animal guides. So at this time, Pisces, I just ask if you can, please close your eyes. Take a deep breath in from that solar plexus chakra, the belly area. And I want you to tune in to your third eye center, the area between your eyebrows. And with your eyes closed, I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. Perhaps it's an animal that swims deep in the sea. It could be an animal that is wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. It could be an animal that's crossed your path in the great outdoors, or one that's visited through your dreams. There is no right or wrong answer, Pisces. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your animals in the comment box below, and I personally will enter you into that free reading giveaway. So please make sure you hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. Okay, so we have these two that kind of came out together. First of all, some of you may be 64, 51, 63, or have a birthday on the 2nd, 6th, or 28th. So we have wasp spirit, and it says, yes, sometimes life does sting. Sometimes there are challenges. Sometimes there are setbacks. You have that healing and that recovery coming in. And a lot of times those difficulties come in to teach us not just beautiful, huge soul lessons that we can look back on and realize that it was indeed a soul lesson, but it allows us to not take life so seriously. Sandpiper spirit says, be playful, regardless of what's going on in maybe your outer world. Allow yourself to laugh, to play, to embrace that inner child, because you have here this Empress energy and you're very creative. You're very abundant. You have what it takes to come back even stronger from any setbacks that you've had, because nothing is wasted. That's the message of vulture spirit. Nothing is wasted. Every single piece of every step of the way has got you where you are. So the setbacks, the challenges, the disappointment, the pain, the rejection, all of it. But you don't have to play the victim, right? You don't have to be in that orphan state, or just because there are things that you felt rejected from or triggered from, right? This is about you shining above the status quo. This is about you overcoming the obstacles and embracing change with uncertainty even. And you're being able to move forward regardless, because you have beautiful things coming in for you. You have here, frog spirit says, clear out the clutter, the mental clutter, the physical clutter, the spiritual clutter. This is about organization. You have the frame showing up here. So frog spirit says, clear out the clutter. Next, you have beaver. Lay a solid foundation. Lay a solid foundation regardless of what's going on externally, because sixes represent harmony, problem solving, loyalty, and responsibility. So I do feel like a lot of you you're taking a look at what stability means, and you are creating stability within the inside out. So instead of looking for stability externally, you're going within. And that's going to help you manifest into this 5D world what it is that you want, right? This is about things speeding up, taking shape. It is the card 2 as well. That's the high priestess, trusting your intuition. Things are going to speed up. They're going to change at a rapid pace. And sometimes that can bring about a little fear, but you have what it takes to succeed. You have the 4 of Wands in your final outcome. All right, last but not least, we're going to get a message from the spirit crystals and see which crystal, gemstone, mineral, or fossil you can utilize in the month of April to help you towards that path of abundance. What do we have here for Pisces? You're getting doubles of everything, especially 3s. So some of you may see things happening in 3s. There could be an energy of 3, 3, 3, or even 3, 6, 9. So if you see those number sequences, if that starts to show up for you, you may want to pay extra attention. So you have here this beautiful rhodonite. Rhodonite is all about that heart chakra. You also have 2 more cards, which I'll talk about, but I'll mostly read to you the rhodonite. We have citrine, which is the stone of abundance. And then we also have bixbyite. It's card 9. So you may have a birthday on the 9th, 17th, or even be 47. So we have rhodonite. It's actually one of my favorite crystals. Let me just pull it out here for you. I have it right here. And this can really help you with opening that heart chakra to feel an energy here of connectedness, vibration, like that spider web, right? Creating that vibration in all things, feeling the energy of all things, and feeling a part of something even greater than oneself. All right, this is about harmony. It's about easily connecting with others, generosity, reciprocity, discovering hidden talents to share with others. Let's take a look at the prosperity message for you. Remember that healer you meant to check out, That advisor you said you wanted to contact, Rhodonite Spirit has come to say now's the time to reach out. Connect with someone who can help you mend what has become frayed or even broken, so you can ensure your prosperity will flow again. Perhaps it's time you explored some of your hidden talents and revealed them. You are called now to be fearless and generous. Abundant help is available to you, and there is much more that you can do to experience wealth. Take a class, learn from an expert in an area where you feel unsure, and soon you will see that you are rich in resources. People will show up with plenty to give: time, money, guidance, whatever it is you need. Prosperity is your natural state, and in working with others in partnership right now, you'll find it easier to believe that and manifest whatever it is that you value. Rhodonite assists us in identifying our hidden talents. It asks us to embrace them and ascertain how we may use them in heart-based services. This stone reminds us that we each were given a specific gift and we received it in order to share it with the world. Oh, I love this for you. This literally talks about that connection piece that we had mentioned earlier. I'm just going to read the citrine for you, or at least give you the properties here of citrine, which is about joyfulness, expressiveness. It's about letting go of any and all negativity and embracing more happiness into your world. And then lastly here, big spite is about drive. It's about courage, full speed ahead. Literally, it says full speed ahead. And that is your message from antelope. And then it says spirited action. So I do absolutely sense that you have everything you need. You are the magician. You are rich in resources. Beautiful messages, Pisces. I hope this resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly does help get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to share, do comment your animals in the comment box below, and hit that subscribe and bell button if you are resonating with this channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lots of love.